Hello and welcome to Playpen Education. My name is Poonam Bhardwaj and I've been associated with the field of education for over 35 years. I started at a very young age as a pre-primary teacher and life has taken a full circle. Here I am back again, helping educators and entrepreneurs like you to open up your very own preschool. I have also been involved in schools as a teacher, as an administrator, and as the principal of a K-12 school. Finally, it was my passion that I take all my years of experience and help you, take you through the steps, hold your hand so that you're able to start your very own preschool. So here are the steps that will help you achieve that. First things first, licenses. Now, the central government of India, as of today, does not have any regulations as far as getting a license to register your preschool are considered. However, depending on which state you are in and in what location you are planning to open your preschool, you will have to be a little thoughtful of the regulatory conditions in that particular state. So, for instance, you are opening up your preschool in a flat in a society. So every society is run by the RWA management and each society has its own set of rules and regulations. So while some do not object to running commercial activities in a flat, some other societies would have a problem with that. So I would advise you to be in touch with a lawyer or a chartered accountant, and they are good people to guide you through the regulatory requirements of your state and maybe of your society. That of course you can check up on your own from the RWA management. Now, what are the requirements as far as the physical space is concerned? You will need approximately a place of 2 BHK or 3 BHK. Roughly 1500 square foot is a good size, because once you grow, we expect a capacity of 100 students at a preschool. Once you're done with that, we would advise that you open a second branch. So to accommodate these number of children, roughly 20 to 25 in each class, in any case you can't have more than that. So a 1500 to 2500 square foot, preferably independent bungalow on the ground floor. But if, like I said, you're in a society, if your society management is okay with you running it in a flat, if you have it on the ground floor, that's brilliant. If not, you can adjust accordingly. Cities like Mumbai, where the real estate is very expensive. So even a smaller place is fine, up to 800 square foot is also okay. But there we are going to be a little creative and we can manage the children in batches. Run it so that they come in groups of maybe the smaller classes come first and then the senior classes come later. So depending on which place you're in, which city, which place, whether you have an independent bungalow, whether you have a flat in a society or a commercial space, that is entirely up to you. And everything is workable. We can manage with any kind of space. Only you must make sure that it has a high density of young adult population, because you will need admissions. Small children are there. We are talking preschool in the age group of 2 to 6 years. And we run 4 classes: playgroup for ages 2 to 3, nursery 3 to 4, junior KG 4 to 5, and senior KG 5 to 6. You could also start from nursery up. You could also see in a place where mothers are working in particular, there is a high requirement for playgroup, which is the junior most class. Whereas in smaller town where you have a lower density of working mothers, so then they don't want to send their children to school that early. So depending on where you are, what the culture is of educating children, accordingly you can set this up, right? So however, do inform your management or your local municipal authorities that you are running a commercial activity, so they can charge you for electricity accordingly, right? So once you have found a place, you need to start now doing it up, the exterior as well as the interior. Now, a preschool, and you might have seen many, they should be very, very colorful, bright, beautiful, and clean. The external appearance should be very attractive, and that is how parents are going to walk into your school. Now, within a vicinity of 3 kilometers, you will find that parents are happy to send their preschoolers. No matter how good your school is, no parent is going to send a child 10 kilometers across town. So just focus on that radius of 3 kilometers. Once you have found a place, start marketing your preschool. Create a buzz. People must know that something great and wonderful is coming up in the vicinity for their children. Get pamphlets printed. We will help you with these. We design these pamphlets in-house and send you soft copies. Print these, put them in the local newspaper, have it distributed around where you live or wherever you are planning to start your preschool. Leave these pamphlets in any place where young adults with children frequent, such as a pediatrician's clinic, the dental clinic, parks, markets. So where they can easily pick up the pamphlet, and all the features of the school, all the amenities that you are providing will be listed there, so they can get an idea. If possible, plan an event. Now, the time you should plan to open your school should be around the new academic year, around February and March in North India, because that is the time when people start looking for admissions for their children. In fact, they will start looking from December, January onwards. So by then your marketing should have started, your planning groundwork should have started. However, in a preschool, children are always getting ready to go to school. Every 2 months, 3 months, every month, some or the other child is ready to go to school, and mothers are happy to send their children, even if it's for a couple of hours a day, because they feel that the child will learn something. They will learn to sit with other children. They will understand the meaning of what it is to go to a school. And it's just fun and play at a preschool, primarily in the junior classes, the playgroup and nursery. So let people know that you are setting up a preschool soon. And like I said, plan an event if you can. But that is when everything is ready, when all the material is in place, when all the interior work is done, so that parents can come and have a look and have all their queries answered. They will want to know what the fees is, what hours you run, what curriculum you have. As far as fees go, we leave that entirely to you, but it is advisable to check with the preschools around you so that your fees are competitive. It should not be that you are charging too much more than what the others are taking, nor should it be too less. So that would be considered frivolous. So I would advise that check with the other preschools and maybe keep it a notch lower, maybe a couple of hundred less than what others are charging. So it makes it viable for parents, as well as they are happy to give it a go and send your kids. And once they realize that they are getting value for money. Now remember, every parent, every child is your brand ambassador. So they must have a good experience at school so that they can carry the good word and spread this good word around, because each parent will bring their friends and their children. The minute they realize that there's a great thing going on here, the fees are reasonable, the teaching is top notch, the children are safe, all these are very important factors. So while you are going about marketing, get the exterior done first, get the walls painted brightly, do it up so that when people pass by, they give a glance at your school and realize that, okay, this is something to do with children, and it's looking bright and beautiful. If possible, have someone posted at the gate. Gives a great sense of security for parents that there's somebody watching the boundary of the school. And also this person will guide the parents as they come in and send them wherever they are supposed to be, to the reception or to the center head's office. Now once they enter, again they should see clean surroundings, safe, secure and sanitized. Have a couple of sanitizer bottles here, there and everywhere, especially after the COVID scare. It is important, and as it is with small children, hygiene is a very big factor. So when they come in, they should see clean washrooms. If the school is in session, they should see happy children. Everything should be managed professionally. Everything should be explained to them very clearly. If possible, give them a tour of the school. As far as the interiors go, again, the walls should be painted brightly. The children's furniture should be all child safe, which means no sharp edges, no toxic paint, no lead. Everything should be lead free. No sockets on the ground or close to the ground where children can stick their fingers in. No dangling wires. No water anywhere in the washrooms where children may slip. So everything should give you an impression of efficiency, professionalism, safety, security. So that will impress your parents. And we will provide you with a list of the furniture and all the play things, equipment required. All this should be on display, and depending on what space you have, how much material you can have for the indoor and exterior. Like you can have slides and swings and basketball hoops. You can have tricycles, a ball pen, and then you have this small teaching learning material like jigsaws and alphabet trays, and the school should be done up nicely in posters. We've got posters designed for each class, and these can be printed and displayed. They just lend a beautiful air to the room, looks very child friendly and very, very colorful. You can have your reading corners set up, your art corners set up, the rugs in place, cushions in place, furniture in place. So everything looks bright and beautiful. You have to keep the staffing requirements into consideration also, and we advise that for every 10 to 12 children, you have a main teacher and an assistant teacher, because these children are very small. They need everything is teacher driven. You will also need a couple of maids or ayahs who will help the children in the washroom, who will help the children with their meal times, cleaning up, washing hands, and generally keeping the school clean and tidy. And finally, the curriculum. Now, because Playpen Education is standing right behind you, we are going to provide you student kits. In separate videos, I have taken up all the contents of the student kits for all the classes. But rest assured, there is everything in it that they require for the whole school year. The curriculum is extremely global in flavor and nature. It is very well structured. All the books are in full color, and there's a lot of peripheral material that the children will also require, like a school diary, a end of year certificate, a sports certificate, a medal, and field trip reports, quarterly reports. So there's a whole range of articles in that student kit, which is complete, which is comprehensive, and all activities are teacher driven. The whole curriculum is interdisciplinary, which means they are not only learning the alphabet or numbers or about the environment around them. So it's going to be a great teaching learning experience, and you will have the whole setup in this manner. We are there to hold your hand, and so I wish you all the best, and we are there for you. Please be secure in that knowledge, and I will be taking up further instructions and training in the videos that follow. So take care and all the best.